Hello, this time I want to talk about my latest uniform. So that's put the count on 3, and it's my Helikon Tex Multicam black uniform. Now, I already talked about the other two. Now, the difference with this one is not that much. The only difference is that it has the soft protective inserts, which I thought didn't exist, but they do exist, but they're so well camouflaged that I thought they were fake, because with the MCDU there was an easier way of accessing them. So I'm not sure why they didn't do that on this one, but anyways, that's the main difference. Now, don't be fooled. You won't get these soft protective inserts on all of the uniforms. They're only for Multicam Black, which is the uniform I'll show you in a second, Polish Woodland, and Fleckthorn. Those are the only 3 that have the respective soft protective inserts for the chest and the pants. This is the bag they come in, so it's just a plastic bag, nothing neat. Is it just me, or does that look like an adult? I mean, it's supposed to reflect a child because these can cause suffocation on a child, but it's basically looking like an adult, so don't get trapped in the plastic bag. And silica gel, don't eat these. See, do not eat. I don't know why they put that on these, because adults buy uniforms, so if a soldier doesn't know they shouldn't eat these, okay. Apparently those are also in the bag. Now we'll first look at the combat shirt. Now the full name is Multicam Black MBDU. So MBDU stands for Modern Battle Dress Uniform. That's what the denotation of this one is. Combat shirt behind that as well. Now, as I told you, this is the Multicam Black version. There's also the Polish Woodland version, the Pencott Wildwood version. There's also there's a few bland colors. I'll show you if you want. So these are all the colors you can get. Bland black, a sort of brown. No, that's brown. Which one is this? Coyote. Color olive green. This is an error code, or color 7001. Shadow gray. Then we got our Fleckthorn. We got our Multicam, so that's the Multicam that everyone knows. I'm not sure why the picture disappeared. The Multicam Black, the Pencott Wildwood, and the Polish Woodland. And it's these 3 that have the soft protective inserts. But now you can see the colors. So aside from the soft protective inserts, this uniform is available in all those colors. Just a bit dirty. So we'll just start material wise. You can see the majority of the uniform is, I always forget this, 52% nylon, 48% cotton. That's the majority of the uniform. This black that you see here, that's the Versa stretch. So that's a completely different material. That's to allow more freedom of movement for the operator. So that's their patented, no, that's something else. Patented Versa stretch material. And that's mainly the 2 materials you'll find on the uniform. So the nylon cotton combination and the Versa stretch. The third material, is it a material? Is the mesh. So the armpits have this mesh in them that will allow for more breathability and comfort. The same on the other side, of course. Now we'll go over the functionality. So as you can see, you have a stand-up collar. So that means you can either fold it down and you'll still have multicam on the inside, so you can wear it like folded down or as a standing up collar. That's your choice. But that's one of the features, that it has a standing up collar. How you want to wear it, that's up to you. Or if you're a soldier and not in airsoft, depending on the situation. The collar is a bit adjustable, as you can see, with the Velcro. So you can make it a bit nicely fitting around the neck. As we move further down, we have rank tabs here to display your rank. But you also have this one, which is, I did my research, and as far as I can tell, this is a sort of epaulette. So normally these are situated here. So this is a bit Dutch, epaulette. But they're normally like here. But in the modern times, they also add an ability to display your rank here. So either via a Velcro patch or something like this. So normally slide it over like this, and then your rank is displayed here. So you can instantly see. I did a bit of researching on forums, and as far as I can tell, this is for like instant recognition of rank, and this avoids trouble if someone says to do your job and he's like ranked higher, then there's no discussion sort of stuff. But there you go. So a sort of epaulette system where you can display your rank again. Then we have two on each side pouches of substantial size. I can fit my whole hand in there. So it's a nice size with the YKK zipper that Helikon Tex always uses. It's used a lot more than just on Helikon Tex, but I have to say these are nice, as you can see, functioning zippers, nice quality, works really well, no issues whatsoever. Same on this side, of course. So again, a nice same sized pouch on this side. Now, as you can tell, apart from that, there's not really much going on at the front. We have these Canadian style buttons. These are very nice buttons, and as you can see, they are nicely attached to the uniform. And we have, let's see, so they are a bit hidden. There's one here, there's one here, one over here, and then here, and then here, and that's it. So the only visible one is this. This is not a loose thread, this is the tag. That's how new it is. It says tag still on it. But again, these are, as you can see, here are our, oh yeah, this one's done up, but here you can see your nice Canadian style buttons. So that's it for the main body front part. Now we'll move on to the sleeve. So we already talked about the mesh armpits. We have a nice bicep pouch, which like wallet sized, not little, adequate size, so not too bad. Again, with that nice YKK zipper. Although this one, as you can see, is not hidden like this one. So this is not hidden behind a nice cover like this. Apart from that, you have these two Velcro reel estates, again, for placement of flag and IFF patches. So that's what these two are for. Apart from that, there's not really much going on the sleeve, except of course when we come to the end of the sleeve, we have the adjustability with the Velcro to enclose it nice and tightly, because you don't want any open spaces, especially if you're going somewhere where there's a lot of stuff that crawls. You don't want it crawling up your arm and stuff like that. So you want a nice, not just for that, but you want a nice fitment around your wrist. So that's what this adjustable Velcro system is for. That's a no-brainer, of course. The same thing for this side, of course. So there's no difference there. Now, when we turn it around, there's a better view of the Versa stretch. So you can see it runs on the back and a bit on the front, mostly the sides, of course, but because it's like folded down now. But you can see that it is for your flanks, mostly here, but now you can see it a lot better. On the back, there's not really much difference. As far as pockets go, the pockets that I've shown you are the pockets that are available on the arms. Okay, so we got the stand-up collar, meshed, okay, that's good. Now, material-wise, I mean build quality-wise, let's go over that a bit, and then we'll move on to the pants. You can see all nice and straight stitching. Occasionally you get an excess stretch, so that's when they stopped. The spool is empty and they have to do a new spool on their stitching machine, and then they snip off that thread and they start with the new one. But sometimes it will be a bit longer because they didn't snip it off properly, but that's not any indication of bad build quality. That's just that depends on the worker that is currently working on the uniform, how thoroughly they snipped off the excess threads. But I have to say, I barely find excess threading on these uniforms. But you can see here how they reinforced the pouches with this piece here as well. Again, over here, it's all very thick, durable stitching, all straight. There's no discernible lack of build quality. The zipper is all nicely stitched. You'll see that on the inside, but there is no you can see, so this is an example of like a loose stitch here. You can see it. So that is just snipped off. There's no issue, so you shouldn't worry about that. But you can see that they really put in effort and detail for the construction of the uniform. It is really nicely made. You can see here with the collar as well. Here it is even double where it folds. I mean, they really put in the effort for the uniform. Now I'll open the uniform up so we can see the inside, which is interesting, of course, at least for me, because you're still spending a substantial amount of money. These are good buttons, and the button loops are nicely. But now you can see where they added the Versa stretch on the nylon cotton, nylon, I always forget the name, nylon cotton combination. You can see the thickness here. that they really did their effort to reinforce where the parts are added onto each other. But on the inside, most tend to skip. But even here, you can see it's all nice, neat, straight lines. There is really, like, you would think it's on the inside, so who cares? But it's all nice straight lines. Here where they added the mesh of the armpits, again, very nicely done. You can even see here, that's like double here, but when we move on to the where the pocket has been added, you can see again nice straight lines, thick, a double where it needs to be. It's, I mean, even on the inside, it basically looks like on the outside, which is something you don't always see. And then you can see with the where the buttons go through, the holes that is thickened on the where the buttons go through. So that's all nice, and you have those cross lines as well. So again, very nice attention to detail and effort and reinforcement where it needs to be. Now we'll take the sleeve. Now I really didn't notice this because I thought they said soft protective inserts and I couldn't find them. But before I say that, again, you can see the attention to detail and the nice stitching, all very nicely done, no issue whatsoever. But I really thought there were no soft protective inserts. Now I can't find it again. I know it's there, where are you? It's so well done. Look, it's here, see? Soft protective insert. So here is your access to the area where you can put a soft protective. Is that true though? That's too low on the arm, no? So that's here. Where's your elbow? It's here. Yeah, okay. It's my armpit. But as you can see, here is the pocket for that soft protective insert. Because if I pull the arm back, there is so you can't see it, but here is my hand on the inside in the soft protective insert. I'm just gonna check with my arm. Yeah, exactly. So you can see, so soft protective insert. But it was so well hidden that I thought they made a mistake on their website. But it is there. So again, Multicam Black, Polish Woodland and Flecktarn, those have this option that I just shown you. Otherwise, they're exactly the same as all the other color options. So that's our uniform. We'll put that to the side and now we'll look at the pants. So these are almost exactly the same ratio, maybe like a percent more towards nylon, but again, nylon cotton combination. And that infamous Versus, oh, that's the back, but you can see here with the plain black, that's the Versus stretch. So that gives, again, that mobility and freedom of movement. And in the crotch region here, again, that Versus stretch material. It runs, as you can see, about here. And that's where you'll find the Versus stretch. So here and on the back for mobility. And that's, again, apart from that, there is no material difference. No, that's the back. Let's start at the front, even though there's no difference. So these are the front of the pants, as you can see, obviously. We have two nice hip pockets with a mesh inside. Quite substantial depth, not bad. We have this that actually runs, if you look at it, because this is a front, runs around, and it is quite a big pocket with those Canadian style buttons. But this one, as you can see, you close this one like that, but this one is attached like this, and I'm guessing it's sort of a fail-safe because it can open up, but not completely unless you do this one. So maybe like for quicker access or something like that, makes sense. But as you can see, it's quite a substantial pocket. So you can even put like mags in them because they're so big. Sorry, medication, so I sweat a lot. So nice sized pouch, why did I say pouch? Pocket, and the same one on the other side. Apart from that, front wise, there is not really anything of note, except of course here at the bottom you can see there is a cord like you have on capuchons, as we call them, and here you can adjust the circumference so it has a nicer fit, like when you're hiking and you close up the hood for the wind and rain and stuff like that. So that's this system, and it is, as you can see, nicely reinforced on the inside, so it's not like you're gonna, because it even has those middle eyelets, so you're not gonna pull anything loose. So it is properly reinforced for that use. Same on the other side, obviously. Now, these are those big ones that I talked about. So these are the same, but as I said, they run around like that. And we have some, so these are, you know what I talked about with the front hip pockets? They basically, so even though it's one mesh, they made a separation, and this is a sort of back pocket, as you can see, because here you can see the separation. So you have a sort of back pocket here as well. These are those big pockets that I just talked about that go a bit around, and apart from that you have these with Velcro closure. They're not that big, but still big enough for a wallet or like map or a small flashlight. Same on the other side, of course. They run like on the back mostly. You can see they stop about right here. So again, handy. So nice substantial pockets, not too much, but enough. And then the belt fits up to 50 millimeter wide belts. So the belt loop system will fit belts up to 50 millimeter wide. And that's pretty much all of it for the functionality of the pants. I'll show the soft protective inserts in a moment, as when I turn the pants inside out. I almost forgot about the belt. So you have, how do you call it? You know, the top loop of your pants. You have the adjustability to get a nice tighter fit. And again, a nice zipper, that YKK zipper here, very functional, nice, durable zipper. So again, combined with a belt, even on its own, combined with a belt, perfect fit, won't go anywhere. Now, as we can see on the vest, the stitching is all nice, straight lines. You can see the attention being made to really finish off stitching and make sure it's all neatly and tightly done. You can see here even the holes for the buttons, and the pockets themselves are all nicely reinforced, all nice and straight lines. Again, like on the vest, all nice and tidy. There's really no discernible issues that I can see, except the occasional excess thread that they may snipped off too far or didn't snip off at all. When I'll take one of the, you can see how nicely done the inside is, as on the vest, all nicely done, reinforced where it needs to be. Here you can also see the attention they made to the pull system for the hem, I mean the bottom of your pants. But you can see how they reinforced where it needs to be. Here you can see the inside of the pockets, again, how they nicely stitched it here with their double stitching here for the attachment on the pants themselves. And here you can see how they made that smaller pocket. If you can see here, here's the line that runs that I told you. So it's basically one pocket that they stitched here to make that smaller pocket on the back. But it's basically one pocket if you think about it. But you can really see how they paid attention to the stitching. So even though it's on the inside, they really paid attention to how it is done, and they didn't really skimp on presentation or quality of finish on the inside, because it's on the inside, you're not going to see it anyway, which I quite like. So as I said, you'll only see the occasional on the vest a loose thread. Trying to find one, but let's look for that. Here it is, the hidden soft protective insert. It's quite large. So here we have that soft protective insert. Now if I grab the other one, let's see if I can find it. I found the other one quite easily, so I should be able to find this one. Let's see, place them side by side for a bit of orientation. Where was it again? It's so well stitched that I can't find it. This is very frustrating. Ah, here it is. So here, that's on the inside. So here it is. Yeah, here it is. So as you can see, it is the right area, and here is that internal pocket for the soft protective inserts for the knee. But you have to admit, this just looks like double stitching. So this is the, as you can see, the entry. Normally I would expect for an accessibility from outside, but there you go. There it is. So I was under the impression it was a lie, but it's not a lie. They are actually there on, as I said, those three colors. But apart from that, you have to admit that it looks nice. The attention, the way they stitched the crotch zipper. It's all nicely done. You can see here with the zigzag stitching. And the stitching here for the Velcro. It's all nicely done. Here it is even a bit thicker, so it's double where it needs to be, thicker where it needs to be. Now, I do expect something like this on the price it costs. So you're looking at about 120 for the pants and 120 for the combat shirt. Now, why? Mainly because of the, I'm guessing, I'm not, would they really ask 50 euros more for these soft protective inserts? It basically, if you're looking at the pants, it will say, so the base price is 70 and it will say plus 45 multicam black. So as far as I can tell, you're basically paying for the brand because multicam black seems to be copyrighted along with Pencot and that Flecktarn. Now this is what I mean with the loose, an excess thread that they didn't snip off. See, so, but that's literally going over it with a magnifying glass. So if you're just going through it like that, you hardly won't see anything. So the other ones will be about outside of Polish, outside of Multicam. I'll check so I don't say anything wrong. So Polish Woodland is 74, Pencot Wildwood, as you can see, you have that plus 45, but if you go to Polish Woodland, nothing. And then Multicam Black again, plus 45. And then the other one, Flecktarn, is nothing. And Multicam, so the Multicams and then the Pencot, those are plus 45. So you're actually paying more for the, because it literally says Multicam copyright, I'm not sure, trademark, black, Multicam trademark, black, okay, trademarks. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the trademarks and not so much with the inserts, because I just said the Polish Woodland has it and that one is not 120 each. So I maybe said it wrong first. So just to be sure, just to be absolutely sure, you're paying more for the black Multicam, the Pencot Wildwood, and the standard Multicam we all know. So there you go. Now, sizing. Sizing is very important. I had a bit of a problem with the sizing. Always make sure you follow the sizing chart. So the sizing chart will say, get a piece of clothing that fits good and go from there. Now, the second thing is get a good store. Like I order from A Military APL. I'll put a link in the description. I ordered from the store a few times. I had a problem with the sizing. I sent it back. It was no problem. It got paid back quite quickly, considering it was wire transfer, because I couldn't use PayPal. So I only had the option of wire transfer. And I have to say, despite it being wire transfer and the amount of shipping it takes for it to get here, it was quite fast, and they're always friendly and polite. So why not mention them? So, but again, do your research on the sizing, unless you want to play with sending back and retrieving, because in the end you'll lose a bit of money. So very important, do watch out for the sizing. Now with the shirt, there's only one sizing, so extra large, extra large and all of that, and small and medium. But with the pants, there's one other thing. So aside from extra large, there's also a difference in this. The pants length size, and that means you can have regular, which is this, then you have smaller, and then you have longer. So do be careful with that. I would suggest looking into that, but if you're not sure, just try regular. So if you know your size with the pants, just go with regular. The chances that it will be good is bigger than that than if you go with. But that's been done because not everyone has the same length of legs. But just so you know, I found that important to mention. No, I know Multicam Black is not to everyone's tastes, because it's a bit of a camo. You're thinking like, what's the point? But again, for me, it's for airsoft use. So it's all one big fashion show. So I just really like it, mainly just for presenting and for presentation of my gear. So for if I really want to blend in, I'll go towards the Pencut Wildwood, or I'll get a ghillie suit. So just so you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I talked about the soft protective inserts, the pockets, the build quality, and all of that. So that's pretty much it. If you have any more questions, then feel free to ask about this, about something else. Just react on my latest video, and I'll do my best to reply as quick as possible. Or you can contact me on Instagram if you want. Same name, you'll recognize me by my logo. And that's pretty much it there is to say about these uniforms. I'm really happy with them. I honestly have no problem recommending them. This one is of course maybe a bit too expensive. There are of course other options, so I'm not gonna say, oh, only get Helikon Tex. Helikon Tex is the best there is, blah, blah, blah. Everything else is trash. You don't need to get that. It all depends on your budget. So I'm not going to say, go get Helikon Tex. I'm only saying if you want it and you want to pay for it, then it's worth it. That's all I'm saying. But there's also cheaper options, but that's something that I can't talk about because I don't have those. The only thing that you're not allowed to skimp on, that I stress like spend on, is your eye protection, your mouth protection. That there, on that part there is a standard. This and all of that below it, not, because it's you only get one pair of eyes and one pair of teeth unless you're very rich and you get new teeth, but your eyes are only once for now. So don't skimp on that. All the rest, I don't care. Do what you want. But on eye and face protection, get the best you can. Make sure it's impact rated. Make sure it has all the certification. Do your research, because that is the most important thing. Uniform-wise, replica-wise, all that other stuff doesn't matter. But that is really important. So just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, take care. Have a nice day or evening, depending on when or where you're watching. And I wish you all the best. Stay safe and try and treat each other with respect. Take care. Bye-bye.